Office of the Attorney General has requested a stay on Judge James Robart's restraining order against the president's executive order on immigration. Both sides made the case in front of Judges Canby, Friedland, and Clifton in the Ninth Circuit. The government made the case the president should have the authority under the guise of national security to determine who enters the country. Tonight may not be the last chapter.
President, how far are you willing to take your travel ban fight?
We're going to take it through the system. It's very important. It's very important for the country, regardless of me or whoever succeeds at a later date. I mean, we have to have security in our country.
Is it going to go to the Supreme Court, you think?
Good, and we'll see. Hopefully it doesn't have to. It's common sense.
The appeals court has yet to render judgment, nor did they say when they would. For more on the ban and the fight in the courts, we're joined tonight by legal analyst Lionel of Lionel Media. Lionel, it doesn't take a media expert or legal expert or attorney to see that and to experience, so to speak, the aggressive nature of the judges on this panel tonight when the government was presenting its case. Your thoughts on what you saw?
Well, when you talk about the federal government versus the Washington state government, Ed, what was the most telling and what was the most interesting was normally the phrase is a court looks at the four corners of the document. In this particular case, the executive order. That's it. What does this executive order say about these countries, this situation now? They were talking about and referenced repeatedly statements made by candidate Trump, Rudy Giuliani, President Trump, extrajudicially, extra-legislatively, so to speak. And the issue that was astounding to me is, what does that have to do?
Yeah.
Now, the argument could be that that showed the intent of this. What's also interesting is, what is the irreparable harm? Because there are two conditions here. There must be irreparable harm and a likelihood of success later on. What is the irreparable harm? What they're alleging is that this harm is a violation of the Establishment Clause, namely that certain religions were being banned. And what I thought was, very frankly, a poor showing on the part of the Justice Department, because if you're a betting man, Ed, they're going to lift that ban. Guaranteed, and it's going to go to the Supreme Court.
The Justice Department attorney said at least don't allow those who have not been in the United States to enter. I thought that was almost a statement of surrender.
Well, you can look at it that way. The argument started from, does the president have the right to do this? And the answer was yes, of course. But those judges looked, and I can't emphasize this enough, Ed, to look at statements made by Rudy Giuliani, candidate Donald Trump, instead of looking at this right now. What's happening was, this also goes to show you, remember, this president talked about a so-called judge.
Yeah.
Now, I understand that judges aren't supposed to take that into account, but there was a lot on the plate here. And also, this goes to show you, when you're running live nationwide, you don't think that affected those three judges? Live coverage? Nobody's heard the Ninth Circuit at prime time. So let me tell you something. Trump's Justice Department lost and is going to the Supreme Court.
Okay, Lionel, thanks for the analysis tonight. And as I said, the appeals
Indeed,
court
sir.
has yet to render judgment.